just said it's like herding cats, and I hadn't even turned the camera on yet.
Right.
Hello! Hang on, no, come on. Yeah, you've done this for how many years now?
Come.
Hang on, 1, 2, 3. Merry Vlogmas!
Oh.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Merry Vlogmas!
Okay.
We've got 24 days of this. We've got calendars.
It'll get better.
It will, yeah. I think
It'll improve.
I'm going to do mine first because I have the Bailey's truffles and mine are going to be the same pretty much every day. So we'll do mine because Mum and Dad's is going to be slightly more interesting.
It's boring.
It's not boring. It's very nice, yeah.
Very nice. Safe.
Well, I was going to buy the liqueur chocolates and I thought a shot of alcohol at the beginning of every morning of December was probably not the best idea.
No, probably not.
So I'm going to have the taste of alcohol.
Right.
They're good?
Yep.
You know?
Okay. Right. This is me, is it?
I've opened it.
Ooh. It's
You've opened it?
exciting.
Well, the plastic.
What?
Oh, yeah. Different openings this year.
Ooh.
Put something in there. Our German speakers are going to have to be helping us out.
Oh, okay.
Are they almonds?
They look like cappuccino covered almonds.
I'm going to find out.
But car in them away. We're definitely going to be needing some help this time round.
Oh, they're sugared almonds with cappuccino on the outside.
Well, it's a crunchy nutty one this year, something different. Oh, it's not. It's why I didn't get you these.
They're not almonds.
Why? Apparently they're nice. Oh.
Oh, they are.
Are they not crunchy?
I've just got
Oh,
the
you've
almond
just
bit.
found the almond bit.
Very nice.
Good. Variation on a theme for you. And then Mum, you can go now and play with your gardener if you'd like to.
You are relieved.
Well, so super glamorous
Whoa.
advent calendar.
Looks very
Totally not a packing box. And yeah, now you've got to find package number 1.
She's probably filled it with coconut and
Well, last year's was hilarious and everybody enjoyed it. So
I think it's down the bottom then.
quite possibly.
It's a long way down. Yes. 2. 3. 20.
Yeah, you thought you struggled trying to find the door number. I think it's a little one. If I remember, it's longer.
20. I can't find it. Oh, I can. I see it. I see it.
Now you've got to get into it. I wasn't going to include edibles with Mum's this year and she made a pouty face, so...
Yeah.
She doesn't know what the calendar actually is yet though,
No,
so...
I've got a clue. Which is very exciting.
Even though she watched the video when I told her not to when I was
No,
wrapping her.
I didn't. I shut my eyes. So I have no idea.
He wants his almonds.
Very lovely.
Good. Oh! A Ferrero Rocher. No,
No, it's a-
Lindor.
Yes.
I beg its pardon. Thank you very much.
Well, the more exciting ones, I only had 20 parcels, so I had some of them you've just got chocolate. I did go for specific ones. Chocolate orange and dark chocolate as well. So yeah.
This is really nice.
Okay, well, so everyone's happy. Mine was yummy. Mum's was yummy, and Dad is pleased, which is great. So I've received a card from Sherilyn this morning as well. She is one of my lovely subscribers who we actually ended up going to look around her house in Newport.
I really liked it.
Yes, Sherilyn has obviously been watching what's going on with our houseboat move at the moment, and she wrote me the most lovely letter, just sort of saying, we've moved. It will happen, but it really made my day. So thank you very much, Sherilyn. Right, so now I'm going to move over to the sewing room and carry on with the coat. Okay, so yeah, I've pretty much done everything that I can do to avoid making bound buttonholes, and now if I want to progress with the coat, I'm just going to have to suck it up and do it. So that's going to be the plan for this morning. So like I said yesterday, I need to reposition the buttonholes because of the length that I've added to the bodice. So I'm going to get that done first, and then I'm going to practice. And as I said, the 3 different books that I have on it all have slightly different methods. So might practice 3 different methods, and fingers crossed the first one that I do comes out really well and I like it, and I'll just go with that. But yeah, wish me luck.
Sleigh bells are ringing out by the sea, sending a message of love and sympathy. I've been waiting by the phone, and this song will meet you at the door. This Christmas will be something unreal.
Okay, so I have made my first bound buttonhole. Actually, surprisingly a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I am going to give it a go and actually cut into my coating fabric. Fun times. We've also been trying to pick out some buttons, because I was going to do covered buttons, but this fabric is too thick for the covered buttons that I have, and I don't want to wait for Harlequin to make them for me. So I got out some options. These I bought many, like I think 17 years ago, when I made a costume for my dad. He was Ebenezer, and I used these to decorate the hat of the costume, and I've got 4 of them left, and I actually think they look really great with the fabric. These are the other options. I mean, this would be a good option too, but when I've got these ones out, I think it's going to definitely be those. But yeah, I'm actually really quite surprised by this. I was a little bit, when I first turned it through, I was a bit worried that this was not going to work. The lips aren't perfect on this one, but for my first go, I'm pretty pleased with that. So I'm now going to mount the cotton flannel onto the interfaced coat pieces. I've repositioned my buttonholes, so I'll mark those on and I'll get started. Now I just need to remember to put them into the right side of the front, not the wrong side, because that would not be good either.
Baby, I'm falling under your charm. All I ever wanted, got you wrapped up in my arms, and we'll stay up all night, and the fireside is blazing bright. This Christmas will be something unreal. Darling, you saved my heart, just as I thought I was falling apart. I'll be on your side forevermore. Under the mistletoe, I'll be just fine when you knock on my door. Kiss me, darling, don't be shy. It's you that I adore. I will try hard just to keep you, so keep on smiling. That is what I'll do when Hollywood is firing. We've conquered problems, solved our fears. This Christmas will be something unreal. Darling, you saved my heart, just as I thought I was falling apart. I'll be on your side forevermore. Under the mistletoe, I'll be just fine when you knock on my door. Kiss me, darling, don't be shy. It's you that I adore. Sleigh bells are ringing, I've heard them before, sending a message that Christmas is at the door. I've been waiting by the phone, and there is nothing we can't do this Christmas. Will be something unreal.
Definitely starting to look like a coat. So I've actually just finished sewing on the facings. These need to be graded and understitched, and I am going to call it a night for now because it's getting really dark and working black on black is really difficult in light. So yeah, but I'm loving this. It looks awesome. I got a giant, oh, so cool. So cool. So really pleased with how it's coming out. I've got the band buttonholes on the right side, thank goodness. I was really worried I was going to put them into the wrong bit. Band buttonholes are done, so once this is turned, graded, trimmed and understitched, I can turn this to the inside and then put the little windows in with the silk organza. Once that's done, I can sew in, I think I'm going to put in shoulder pads. I'm not sure I am, you know. I think I might leave it as is. I don't know. Maybe I'll pin them in and see. Once this is all turned around to the inside, I need to slip stitch the collars together at the neckline loosely. I need to put in the sleeve head if I need it and the shoulder pads if I need it. Windows for the buttonholes, and once all that's done, I can then sew in lining. So yeah, I should have it finished tomorrow. I could definitely finish it this evening, but like I say, black on black is not the easiest thing to do in the best lighting situations. So I'm going to call it a day. And yeah, I'm very pleased with this. I have the best looking hair today. So good. Yes. It's been a really productive day. I am... oh, apparently disturbing the cat. I'm very happy with how my band buttonholes came out. When I first did it through all the layers of fabric that I was going to have to do it, you know, the test one, the initial reaction was just like, oh no, this is going to look awful, it's going to be terrible. But I'm actually kind of surprised by how well it came out. I followed Gertie's method this time. I didn't even look at the other two, except that I have pinked around the edges of the patch at the back as the tailoring book suggested. But I'm really pleased with how they've come out, and I have plenty of silk organza scraps from Big Bird's wedding dress for patches, for band buttonholes, for the windows, for the facing so that they can function as buttonholes. I'm really excited about the buttons that I've picked, and I mean, I tried it on obviously having sewn the facing on but not done any of the trimming, grading and understitching work on the facing. But as is, I'm really excited about this coat. I think it's going to be gorgeous. Really gorgeous. It is going to be a very dressy coat, totally. I will wear this all the time, of course I will, you know me, and it's going to go wonderfully over my large skirted dresses and skirts, which I have many of. Yes, I'm very excited about that. Mum is really wanting to get on with the 9040 coat. We're going to be probably doing View E. I bought fabric for that 2 years ago, I think it is now, and from Montreux Fabrics. It's a polyester coating, but it is so soft, so unbelievably soft. But I bought black for myself and tan for Mum, but we've decided we're going to swap. So Mum's going to have the black and I'll have the tan. I'm going to line mine with my chocolate biscuit cotton silk, and Mum is going to line hers with the Orion Nebula cotton silk that I have, because I have so much of it and it seems like it's a good thing to line coats with. We're going to tempt fate and see if us both starting a coat will give us a moving date. We've heard absolutely nothing today, and we're going along the no news is good news line with regards to that, because yeah, still no news. But never mind, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. I don't know if you guys watch Angela Clayton. I'm a huge fan and have been... She was actually the inspiration for me to start the weekly progress vlogs that have morphed into the daily vlogs. It was completely her weekly progress videos that she did that I was just like, I could do that. That could be quite fun. It's morphed into what it is now, Daily Waffles. But I've been following her for years and years and years. I support her on Patreon. I love all the things that she makes. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was last year, I think it was the year before, but she did Coatmas, and I think she's doing the same thing this year. And I seem to have inadvertently kind of followed along, and I now am thinking about doing all the coats, because now I've done all the hard work of tracing this pattern. I'm thinking I might power ahead and get the green twill trench coat version done. Now I have to draft a back piece for that, but there is a back stay which has been drafted by Gertie for the Charm Princess coat, so I'm just going to modify that for the outside of the coat to add in the back storm flap that I want to kind of, because I'm trying to emulate this picture, but I'm going to be doing mine in green, and I've got the coating for it, I've got the lining for it. It's going to be, I'm going to try and put on belt carriers, belt carriers on the outside as well, which should be much easier to do in cotton twill than they were than the ones I attempted in the green velvet. Kind of wishing I'd maybe tried the bound buttonholes in the green velvet. It's too late now. Is it too late? Is it too late? I could unpick. Ooh, I've got lots of velvet scraps to practice on. Maybe. Where was I? Belt carriers. I tried that on the velvet and it did not work, but it should work a lot better, and I'm going to do quite thick belt carriers with the cotton twill. Yeah, so I have the cotton twill, I have the lining. I'm not going to interline this one because it's going to be like a trench coat, so I don't need it to be warm. It's not meant to be a warm winter coat, but I'm thinking because I've got the princess coat in my mind, obviously how it goes together. I've already done all the hard work of fitting it and tracing out the pattern and those things, so I'm kind of thinking I might power ahead and get that one done, because Mum's quilting the activity mat for me at the moment, which is very, very kind of her, and I don't want to disturb her doing that by starting a coat project, because I know she wants to make the 9040 with me at the same time. It's a craftsy class that we bought, and so we're going to try and follow along with the class together. We'll see, but I'm thinking I might just power ahead and get that trench coat done, which is part of the 70s pirate collection, the fabric haul that I showed you guys. Then there were some other little jackets and things that I wanted to make out of that, and waistcoats and stuff. So my December might end up being Coatmas as well, completely by accident, totally not planned, but I've kind of got the bug and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I've ordered some more coating interfacing from the English Couture company. I was looking for weft interfacing that Gertie recommends, and I couldn't find any in stock in the UK. The stuff that's so over it sold, don't have it in stock, and there's no name, it's just a generic brand. I really like it though. The English Couture company, the coating interfacing that they recommend comes highly recommended, so I'm going to give that a go. So I've got that on order. I need to order some more cotton flannel for the coat for the 9040, because Mum and I will want to interline our coats, because again that's going to be a nice warm coat. So I'll need to order some more cotton flannel because I have none of that in stock anymore. The stuff that I'd ordered for this coat was really narrow, and I was worried I wasn't going to get my entire coat cut out of it, and I did without cutting the facings out of it, so the facings have just got interfacing on them. But I think that's good because they don't need, you know, I just wanted the cotton flannel for a layer of warmth, so it didn't need to be double layered at like the where the facings and stuff go in. Accidental Coatmas. But I am really enjoying it. For anyone wanting to make the princess coat, it is complicated in that there are a lot of pieces, but the instruction book is really good. The tailoring book will help you as well, although a lot of the pieces that the tailoring book would advise you to do has already been thought of by the pattern. And Gertie also has like an hour and 45 minutes sew along for the trickier parts of the princess coat as well. Whilst it looks like an intimidating project, and it is rated as well, five dots on her scale, I think it's one of those things, if you break it down into smaller pieces, it's definitely achievable. I'm really lucky that I seem to fit most patterns out of the envelope without too much tweaking. There's been the odd one or two, the Vogue 9357, I'm looking at you, but like McCall's patterns, 100% I need to grade between sizes and add length to them, but I know they're going to fit me. Vogue is pretty much the same, although with those I tend to need a little bit of a sway back adjustment, even though I do need the extra length. I don't quite need as much extra length in the back of Vogue patterns as I do in the front. Gertie's patterns, have so far just been, I've made the day and night and day dress, and so far the charm coat and the princess coat. In fact, I think I have all of Gertie's patterns except for the Bolero one. I think I've got every other pattern that she's released. I'm really lucky with those kind of things that it doesn't take much fitting for me to get a pattern to fit me, which is really, really good. I appreciate that that's not the case for everybody, and for people who have a lot more fit issues, it's not going to be the easiest thing. Again, there's books for that. I've got this book, which I do reach for every now and again when I come across a fit issue that I'm not 100% sure how to solve. But the coat itself, as is I'm very much enjoying it. The only thing I have noticed is the facings didn't work quite the same width. The bodice facing and the skirt front facing weren't quite the same width. I needed to trim a little bit off of the bodice facing, and the lining pieces at the shoulders, the front is like a ½ inch bigger than the back. I don't think I traced it out incorrectly, but it's definitely not beyond the realms of possibility that I maybe traced the wrong line or something. I don't think I did though, but it's not the end of the world, and I've just sort of like smooshed those and trimmed those to make them work. But that's the only things that I've come across that weren't perfect, but everything else has been great. And as I say, the instructions were really, really good. So I'm gonna finish my coat tomorrow. I am gonna call it done, but I will still be sending it off to the dry cleaners to have it professionally pressed. I'm going into town to the beauty salon to get my eyelashes done on Monday. I've had that appointment booked for over a month now, and I don't usually like to go this long between appointments. I usually get them done every 3 weeks, and they are looking a little bit sparse. I'm looking a little bit Yzma-esque at the moment, but so I'm gonna take the velvet coat and this coat to the dry cleaners. I'm going to take some boots in to get rehealed as well, and then hopefully I can pick those up relatively soon. If not, I'm going back into town on the 17th of December, so it'll be 10 days, so I can definitely pick them up then. It's been a good first day of Vlogmas. I have very much enjoyed making the coat. It's been fun. It's been fun. So I hope you've enjoyed my day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.